All right, folks, this time of year, I just want to give you a reminder of having some bloody perspective. All right, whether you have a coach or not, perspective is everything. Now, listen, I'm the first one to tell you that discipline and commitment and sacrifice, those are all things that are required to reach any kind of achievement or goal. But if all you ever do is apply discipline, commitment, and sacrifice, then that isn't living. It's dying by obsession. And there's a big, big difference between mastery and obsession. As I always say, mastery is when you own and control that thing you do. Obsession is when that thing you do owns and controls you. So stop the nonsense. It's Christmas time, and I hear all kinds of nonsense every year from so-called coaches. One coach wouldn't let her client eat on Christmas Day with her family and celebrate the Christmas tradition. So she was instructed to only have tilapia, even though the family was celebrating with Christmas dinner and all the trimmings. And then another client was told she couldn't go on vacation unless she could take all her meals with her. You don't ask permission from somebody to celebrate important traditions in your life, and have some bloody perspective on why you're doing all this and why it matters. There's a time for every purpose under heaven. So yes, you need to have discipline and commitment and sacrifice to achieve any goal, whether that was me guest posing in the past or me writing a book and doing an online course in the present. But I also have enough perspective to know when to put the foot on the gas and when to put on the brake and put it in park and take some time to celebrate the reason we do all this. Remember, if all you do is commitment, sacrifice, and discipline, then that isn't living. All right, there's got to be an off switch. There's got to be a release valve. Otherwise, it's dying by obsession. So have some bloody perspective, for crying out loud. And it shouldn't be about asking permission to celebrate important markings and traditions in life that come around on a limited time basis. All the other times you can apply discipline and commitment and sacrifice, but let's have a little perspective here in terms of living in the real world and living a real life and being happy with it too. It's all about living a real life and doing so happily and not becoming an obsession bot for everything else. So that's my rant for today. It's unbelievable to me what passes for coaching out there, but it really, really, really needs to stop. So remember, celebrate the traditions in life that make all this other stuff worth doing in the other times. So again, a time for every purpose under heaven, and that includes a time to indulge and celebrate the traditions that are important to you, and that is an important thing. Otherwise, you aren't living happily. You're just functioning as an obsession bot, and that's not what you want to be doing. That's my rant. Stay tuned. I'll have more another time.